Hello, my name is Gary, and I was raised in the Western United States, so I'm a native English speaker. I hope that you will enjoy this YouTube channel. Thank you for joining us.
They didn't reach an agreement. Their differences. On account of, due, because, owing. They didn't reach an agreement on account of their differences. On account of, correct phrase meaning because of. Due, alone. Incorrect. It should be due to be grammatically correct. Because, alone. Incorrect. It should be because of to match the sentence structure. Owing, alone. Incorrect. It should be owing to match the sentence structure. I wish I had those words, but now it's too late. Not having said, have never said, had never said. I wish I had never said those words, but now it's too late. The sentence expresses regret about the past, so we need to use past perfect, had, and past participle. You know your hair really wants to cut, to be cutting, being cut, cutting. You know your hair really wants cutting. The phrase wants cutting is a common way to say that something needs to be done in British English. The building is not safe, so nobody is allowed to enter, entering, to enter. The building is not safe, so nobody is allowed to enter it. The verb allow in the passive form is allowed, is followed by to plus base verb infinitive. The better team, we lost the match. Despite being, although. Despite being the better team, we lost the match. Despite is followed by a noun or gerund, ing form. Despite of being, incorrect because despite is never followed by of. Although, incorrect because although is followed by subject plus verb, although we were the better team. Both she and her husband are at work. Out of, for, on, in. Both she and her husband are out of work. Out of work means unemployed or not having a job. You better see a doctor. Did, would, should, had. You had better see a doctor. Had better is a fixed phrase used to give strong advice or warnings. You had better leave now or you'll miss the train. Go these stairs until you reach the top floor. In, on, up, through. Go up these stairs until you reach the top floor. He was stopped by the police for driving 120 miles per hour at on 2-4. He was stopped by the police for driving at 120 miles per hour. When I went to talk to the manager, he told me he could only spare me a few minutes. Provide, let, spend, spare. When I went to talk to the manager, he told me he could only spare me a few minutes. Perhaps people don't like tourists in their country. So much, too much, so many, a lot. Perhaps people don't like so many tourists in their country. So many is correct because tourist is a countable noun, plural form. Some whales migrate into warm waters to bear their young. Diets, food, young whales. Some whales migrate into warm waters to bear their young. Young is a general term for offspring and is commonly used in this context. Young whales is redundant. Young already means offsprings. The work was it took him nearly 13 hours. Time consuming, long, length, extensive. The work was really time consuming. It took him nearly 13 hours. The manufacturing industry, which contributes approximately 20% of the country's GDP, has seen steady growth this year. 2 with on 4. The manufacturing industry, which contributes to approximately 20% of the country's GDP, has seen steady growth this year. The correct preposition is to because the verb contribute is typically followed by to when indicating what something adds or provides to a whole. For example, exercise contributes to good health. The new policy will take effect next month after by the government. Approving, being approved, to be approved, approves. The new policy will take effect next month after being approved by the government.